And as I said, it's really cool to be able to see everybody out here. Big thanks to the Tasmanian government, to the Premier of Tasmania, Events Tasmania, Motorsport Tasmania, and the hardworking team at Supercars who had to deal with a date change in the middle of all this just to be able to get everybody down here. So encouraging to see everyone able to attend and the cars out there doing their stuff with all the stars. So we've got half the field out there at the moment, and the way in which they've been selected is in garage order, Mark. So that's determined at the start of a championship season. It's not around any aspect of performance, it's just who's parked where in the garage. So at the moment out there, we've got Cam Waters, Jack LeBrock, Will Davison, Shane Van Gisbergen, Will Brown, Mark Winterbottom, Chaz Mostert, Andre Heimgartner, Fabian Coulthard, Zane Goddard, Nick Percat and Macaulay Jones. And they'll be giving it their best shot. And this is an 8-minute extended session. The next one will be slightly, in the latter part it'll be slightly shorter. So easily done out there. The aim of the game is to try and advance that throttle as quickly as you can for that extra 100 down the back straight. 5 seconds away from the checkered flag. Cam Waters just punches out a 50.76. That's a good time. Here's the replay of what happened to Zane. Whack. Actually, he dragged it along there for a little while too. Watch the fence.
Exit first, thank you.
Now, did Van Gisbergen get the checkered flag just then? I was trying to work out whether he got the checkered flag, because if that's the case, Van Gisbergen's down with a 50.9. He's out, isn't he? As in, that's the last lap. Effectively, his number 50.9 plays a 50.76. He's 1.5 tenths away from Cam Waters. So what will happen now is the next group will go out for 5 minutes and the times will be effectively merged. So we're about to get into the business end of this session. 3 minutes 50 remaining. Everybody going out with another set of the super soft brand new tyre, and this Dunlop tyre around here suits this place. It's the right compound for this facility, and when you use this tyre, the whole art is trying to get the front tyre temperature up, so the front tyre temperature and pressure to suit when the rear tyre is at its best. So we call that tyre phasing. And you want to make sure that when the front tyre is perfect, that you haven't taken too much goodness out of the rear tyre, and that delivers one lap, one single lap. Outside of that, the only anomaly really is Jamie Whincup, who's gone faster than Shane Van Gisbergen. So as I say it, if you're arguing and you're doing the debating team gig of pro or against, you've got an argument about Whincup going faster than Van Gisbergen. That's put Van Gisbergen into 6th as a consequence of what Whincup's been able to do, and Di Pasquale. So those two competitors are the only two to come out of the second session and go to 2nd and 3rd. This is the big lockup Neil was referring to. In fact, that's the second one.
I was about to say, I think that was the second one. So I've been chasing that a little bit all weekend here with the Boost Mobile car, and in fact James had to press on with that because it carried too much speed across the apex of turn 2 and he had to grab the brake again. So that will have definitely hurt that tyre set. So that is an Armour All pole for Cam Waters. Well done. Fantastic performance, Cam Waters. Puts him in a primary position now to get started for our first sprint race on the card today. That's coming up a little later in the coverage. 0.1 of a second over Jamie Whincup. Anton Di Pasquale, encouraging performance as well on the podium yesterday, but a ripping job by Will Brown, Mark, to be up there in position 4, second row of the grid. Will Davison, Shane Van Gisbergen's now got some work to do. Things change quickly in this game. A tiny little alteration in that car is enough to upset things. Then Winterbottom, followed by LeBrock, followed by Pye and Mostert. That is your top 10. Next page includes Fabian. He said this morning that he thought his car was basically a top 10 car or right on the fringe of it, and that proves it when you look at those numbers. Heimgartner and Reynolds teammates together in 12th and 13th. Smith, Goddard, Slade looking further afield. Jones, Fullwood, Courtney, who was having a lot of lock-up trouble on the run to turn 2. Percat, Hazelwood, Kostecki, ×2. Brody and Jake, and then Gary Jacobson was 22nd, who was looking for a bit of turn in that car this morning, hoping to make it just that little bit quicker.